Mad Hackers. It's me again, Jerome. I will be hosting for this segment. And together with me is our beautiful Malilenya, who transferred to Butuan to be with her partner, Jimbo. Please help me welcome Shyla!
Ako na naman. So, ayan, yes, very proud Manilenya over here, but even prouder to be adopted by the Butuanons here in Mindanao. In fact, one of our guests here today, we're so proud to have her join us. You guys are going to see her in just a teeny tiny bit, but it's exciting because she is in Manila. She's residing there. She has a good business there, and we're going to have her on board to just kind of, brainstorm or just share ideas here and there about what they're doing in Manila, how it's working out for them, and how can Mindanao learn from them, or perhaps even kita diri sa Mindanao, Jerome, basi na apod day mahatag na mga unsay nahitabo sa ato diri, ano?
Exactly. O karon na, let's welcome one by one. We have Miko Calo. Joining with us, of course, is Albert Cuenca. And we also have RJ Gala. Hello, guys. You can now turn on your cameras and say hi to our viewers. Ayan po ang ating mga bisita, mga dikalibre. Ayan. So,
Hello?
Ayan, so maybe we can go ahead and RJ and then Miko and then Albert, introduce yourselves to our audience. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, your name was
so
first.
I'm RJ Galang. I'm one of the partners in Metronome. I am the head of restaurant communications, so I handle most of the communications, social media, the wording, anything visual you see there, any visual marketing. There, I'm the one who handles it.
And then Miko.
Hi, I'm Miko Calo, proud Butuanon. Yeah. I am the chef of Metronome and a partner as well. So I handle everything that involves the kitchen, food, the menu. The whole thing is the menu and the food is where I work, is what I work with. Wala. Yeah.
Ayan.
Okay, so I'm Albert. I'm probably the oldest person in this room right now. I am actually. I've been in the business. I've been in the food business for about 25, 26 years now. I'm the guy who brings the long-standing experience in the local restaurant industry into this group of Metronome. So we're all partners. Who's missing here is our other partner, Alan Borgers, who's the ex country manager of Shangri-La. Then pretty much that's the team. So what I bring to the table is my experience running my other restaurants.
Yeah, great. And I think that's what we love seeing here. You are the one with the most experience, most wisdom. You guys working together and finding how that can be something successful, right? Bring forth something successful. Also, advocating here that it's we can actually come up with great ideas. Age is not a limit. It really is just a number at the end of the day, and it's really what you can bring. It's your giftings to the table that makes Metro what it is. Toronto is really one of the what do you call it, mix, the oldest families here in the
Actually, RJ is also Calo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's Calo Galang.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
From Buto.
Yeah, from Butuan. Yeah.
My mom and her dad are siblings.
Yeah.
I see. So yeah, Eric, you should come here because it's interesting. You come here and RJ and Nico will be like, "Ay, Nico, oh, sinong nanay mo? Sino?"
I've never been to Mindanao. I'm sorry to say this, but I've never been to Mindanao.
Oh, really?
We'll do
You'll-
that one of these
You'll
days.
you'll hook me up.
Yeah, of course.
When we can fly again.
you
When
will
we
get
can
our-
fly again, no problem.
and you will be able to see a lot of cuisines here, and we would love to taste how the way you do magic in your thing. So I'd like to ask one question to RJ. So RJ, what is the biggest pandemic experience you've experienced, as a chef, as what you're doing right now, and how did you cope up with this pandemic?
Well, so far this is the biggest pandemic I've ever experienced. um, I guess the biggest change I've seen here I'm talking positives lang, is siguro how people are more receptive to social media. I mean, social media, the internet, that's what kept most businesses, most communications alive. And a lot of people are adapting to online payments, to online ordering. I've noticed a lot of people are more patient also, understanding that we are all in the same situation. So, like, people are willing to have their food picked up instead of just demanding a delivery service from the restaurant. So, yeah, I mean, mostly from my end, from the marketing side, it's the social media aspect.
That's nice. That's nice.
So, okay, in terms of social media, RJ, how did you have to, obviously, because from what I know, Metronome is a high-end brand. Has that continued? Has your business, is the business continuing to run even through this pandemic? And how are you communicating that through social media? What language sort of are you?
No, from day one, no, of the lockdown, we closed our doors, we did our inventory, we shuttered the windows. A few days or weeks later,
A month, I think a month later. No,
for
for
the frontliners,
no, a few, like a week after.
yeah, a week later, Nico opened the kitchen with a few volunteers, so we could feed some frontliners in Makati Med. Nick, is that right?
Yeah. We
So yun,
joined the
so
frontline feeders.
yeah, we joined frontline
Yeah.
feeders. We weren't really broadcasting that, but then siguro a month later, we decided to reopen the kitchen and design a totally different menu just for takeout.
Okay.
Because our food didn't travel well. I mean, our food Metronome is an experience. It's the food, it's the lighting, it's the music, it's the service. So we had a different menu that would travel well, reheat well, and I guess it's easier for Miko and her team to prepare. So we created a sub brand called Lazy Oof, which is a play on Lazy Oaf, and Oof is French for egg. So yun. So it's called Lazy Oof by Metronome. So it's more bistro style dishes that we can send out via rider, and whatever they do with it, it'll remain intact. And you just pop it in your oven and you just reheat it. So we created social media accounts for that as well, no? And as I said in that account, it's the funner side of Metronome. So even the language, even the graphics, we created a small mascot for it called Eggward.
Yeah.
Eggward. So it's a funner. It was the other side of Metronome that's not too stiff, that's not too formal, but the quality is there, and I mean, what they'd expect from Miko is still there.
How was that for you, Miko? Because so you're still the one who is working on the menu?
Yeah.
You still are.
Yeah. Well, when we started that, it was me and a few people from our team who were willing to volunteer, um, who were willing to work, and they actually stayed in the restaurant and um, set up here, and we developed a menu. This was mainly for like a fundraiser for the whole staff, like so that we could take care of our family, So we started this brand as a fundraiser, and so when that has been determined, then I started kind of like working on a menu that was easy to replicate, that we could make in batches and chill properly so that when we send it out, it can just be reheated, ready to eat. So it comes with the heating instructions and everything. And we still have the brand until now, and I don't think it will go away, and it will be evolving. It will be evolving soon, because we want to be able to keep it fresh and have other interesting items, and also especially now that the team is coming back to work. They have ideas that they want to kind of like develop as well, so we're we're trying to make it interesting.
That's good. Thank you so much. I have one question to Albert. No, we know for a fact that being an experienced person, yung parang naging expert ka because a lot of experiences, right?
Yeah.
So, naging expert ka na maging isang magaling na chef or what? Dahil through learning. Now, since pandemic is here, we are facing it, and all of the chefs are doing nothing. Now, what kind of advice you can give out to them so that their expertise can still continue, they can still continue to explore new dishes, recipes? Ano yung maibibigay mo sa kanilang tips?
I mean, I guess my advice is in general to everyone, not specific to just people in our industry, not necessarily for just for the waiters or for chefs or for restaurant owners. Generally speaking, my advice to everyone is to be open, to explore new things, to find new ways. Because if you're one skill, let's say if you're a chef and that's the only skill you know, you might be waiting forever for something that what might take too long to return, and we can't be idle and doing nothing. It's going to drive us all crazy, right? So the advice I give everyone, especially restaurant owners, is be observant, be like a sponge, see what's going on around you, and see what you can do within that new realm, because the world is evolving as we speak. Obviously, nothing is the same. They keep talking about a new normal, which I believe is a temporary normal. We will always be the same people we are eventually. We will always want to dine out the same way we did before. But it's just a matter of when, not if, right? But in the no one should stay idle and wait for that day to happen. So a lot of people are rediscovering, reinventing themselves, finding out that wow, I can paint pala, I can dabble on my iPad and draw, I can cook pala, and a lot of people who I know have never been playing in the kitchen, and all of a sudden they're buying ingredients, watching YouTube and cooking. So people are discovering new things about themselves. The next step to that is what how can you make that whatever it is you're learning or whatever it is new that you're getting into, how can you translate that into something productive for yourself so that it's just not just keeping you busy, but it's also keeping you afloat in terms of your finances, right? So if I use the example of my own employees in my other restaurant, it's funny because I always wondered how difficult a time they're going through, being that we're not able to give them the regular salary at this point. But since dine-in operations started last week, seeing my old staff, they started giving me gifts of food and like whatever. It's like, wow, you guys must be doing well for you to be giving me food. I'm the one supposed to be feeding you. And I found out that almost all of them are doing online selling of food. You have to find some means, right? So the internet is there, the resources are all there. You can learn from the internet and you can use the internet to sell as well. It's just a matter of putting everything together, piecing it together, and finding what works best for you, just so that you're able to keep yourself busy at the same time, find a way of sustaining yourself.
Wow, that's so great because we know for a fact that the higher personnel na yung mga malalaking restaurant, yung may mga pangalan talaga. I know that some of the managers and some of the chefs there are so worried on how are they going to still continue running. Pero I think mas worried din yung mga low level restaurant lang, yung mga kaka-start lang. But I think this will really give a big mark to them, coming from you na hindi lang sila dapat maging mas stress. They need to look forward. They need to deviate their stress level to a more productive way. That's really a good thing. That will be noted to all of our viewers out there. Right, Shaila?
Yes, correct. And for me also, yeah, good, really good tips, Albert. Because at least I think the Mindanaoans, we can certainly learn from you guys because you already have bigger businesses there in Manila for sure. And they can see that way, if these big guns can do it, we should be able to rise above what's going on here as well, diba? My question for the three of you is, feel free to, whoever can answer it first, is how has your relationship, the three of you, evolved because of COVID or through this COVID pandemic? Have you learned to communicate better? Have you seen each other's other gifts rise that you didn't see before?
Yeah, so obviously you can tell we're all in different rooms right now because we can't stand each other right now. Okay,
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no.
Good
No,
Uh,
that's a joke. That's a joke.
no.
No. We the thing about anything, any challenge, a challenge kasi, especially something like this, no, will bring either the worst or the best out of you, right? And I think I've seen the way my partners and myself have been able to handle this together. We all realize that we're all in this together. That we have to collectively work on this. It's not about one person saying I know better than you and this is what I think we should do. Everybody has a contribution into solving our problems and our challenges right now. So the beauty of our structure in Metronome, there's essentially four of us running it. Is we all come from different backgrounds and expertises. Okay, so everybody's contribution is put to the table, and then we, at the end of the day, will all imagine ourselves being a customer, and how it would be for us as customers with those ideas we put forward. So this is something that has developed more so now than when we first started planning this business. Because yes, when we plan the business, it's the same thing. We all have our different ideas, and we'll find some middle ground that is based on each other's experiences and ideas, right? But now this is a test, so we're back to even a more, actually, it's actually a deeper situation than when we first started. We all had ideas and ideals, but now all those ideals are being thrown out the door because we're having to deal with the pandemic. So it's
Yeah.
the same thing, except in a grander and more serious scale, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, for me, being the youngest in the group,
thanks for rubbing that in.
being what the thing is, like, what I actually have learned from my partners is the kind of like the attitude towards the challenges that we face, and like, well, like, for example, with RJ, like, we're family, we grew up together, so like when I have mini meltdowns, I talk to him, and like he gives me a different perspective, and he can um explain things to me in a different light that kind of makes me see things differently. And with Albert naman, I will never forget this is like a story of like, this will always be one of those experiences that I will always when it comes to Albert, and how he handles stress. Because when we opened, like, it was friends and family dinner last year, July. We were partially open and we were only accepting reservations from people we know. All of a sudden, there was a power outage. So the whole restaurant, in the middle of dinner, they were taking orders and people were enjoying having their wine and everything. The whole restaurant just went brown out. And the thing is, our generator wasn't connected automatically. So I was freaking out. I was in the kitchen. I couldn't do anything. The gas line was turned off. And so they were trying to figure things out. Our other partner, Alan, decided to be on the floor and talk to everyone and try to kind of like, try to appease everyone, I guess. And they figured out that to put candles on the tables and all that. And then Albert was the one trying to figure out how to get the power back on. So he goes up and he just goes to me, he goes, I will figure out the generator, but you notice I'm not panicking. We will figure it out and it will all work out. And that kind of like made me calm down as well because I was freaking out. And then Alan, our other partner, came in and said, "Can we do the cold dishes? Because since we can't cook the hot dishes, can we serve them the cold dishes?" So yeah, we decided, yes, we'll just send out the cold starters, and the whole team, they were putting their cell phones and flashlights, and we were plating dishes and serving it out. It was like a good, what, 10 minutes, but that line with when Albert said, "You notice I'm not panicking because it will all work out." That kind of like it all boils down to that, wherein you kind of have to not let your anxiety take over everything, so that you can focus on a solution more than just freaking out because you don't know what to do.
Yeah, but Miko, what you didn't know was us really actually
You
freaking
were
out
freaking
inside.
out.
I just wasn't showing it
Yeah, yeah.
because it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It's
Yeah,
unproductive to freak out and show
yeah,
everyone you're freaking out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
So
keep a brave face and a calm demeanor about you so that everybody's assured it would all be okay.
yeah.
I guess I would have reacted the same way if I was on the Titanic. I'll probably be one of those guys playing the violin saying, "We're all gonna die, but let's just play the violin." Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I was the calmest because I was just home, oblivious to what was happening.
Yeah,
So yeah,
during that time, and then
yeah,
after
I
that, you
wasn't
go,
there.
"Oh, fuck." Yeah. So, but that's a thing, I mean, it's really kind of like keeping your anxieties at bay and focus on what you can do with what you have. Yeah. Mm.
Having said that, parang nakikita ko talaga na I know for sure na malalaki ko pa yung pinagtatrabuhan ng tatlong to, pero for sure hindi talaga nila ginaman yung yung medyo anxiety, medyo problema. What they do is they just laugh, they just let loose, and then everything will go through, and this too shall pass. Parang I think this is really something na i-share naman natin sa ating mga viewers na really ramday kayo nga dili mag-goal, no? Kanang maglipay-lipay lang gud ta para maka-resolve ta problema, rather than mag-goal kayo o ba kayo hitabo, wala gyud po kayo mabuhat. So rather than that, spend time with your family, spend time with your craft, explore, innovate, and then you might know, pag mahuman na ang tanan, ikaw na ang pinakagwapong dish o pinakamahal nga dish sa kalibutan, di ba? Like,
Yes.
But I think it's also at this point, one of the most important things that you have to look at is your community and what you can do for your community. Down to, like, I know we're all in the same situation, but you help who you can. That's also something that my grandmother actually told us as a family before. It's always, kung kinsa ang naikinahanglan, siya ang tabangan. It's always like that. So it started with the way we are as a family, and I feel like this whole thing, this pandemic, can we can look at it that way, wherein we help who we can in the community that we have. Because if you think about what's happening to the whole world, you'll feel helpless sometimes. But you do what you can for the community that you're involved in. Like right now, one of the things that I noticed that's been very helpful is the fact that a lot of people are supporting farmers.
Yeah.
So there are people who are aggregators, and they talk to farmers, and they will be the ones to say, "Hey, I'm bringing in how many tons of tomatoes from Ifugao," and then who wants to buy. So people will buy, and then they just make something out of it, or they give it away, or they things like that. So there's access to the farmers straight away. So that's, I think, one of the things that a good thing that came out of this whole pandemic. It's a silver lining, so to speak.
That's true. And even Nico reached out
Mhm.
right away to us, even just when we were talking about hakbang already. We really appreciated you just
Mm.
reaching out to us and saying, "How can I help?" You know,
Yeah.
and that's just you showing us that you don't have to help in a big extravagant way. Sometimes it really is the things that you can do right here and right now that can really make an impact, right? You just did a quick video just sharing with us the ceviche because you know that we love kinilaw here in Butuan.
And that's my ode to Butuan, that dish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a nod
Yeah.
to Butuan because we love
Yeah.
our kinilaw with that biasong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we really want to
Actually, nagutom na ako, Miko, kasi ako yung nag ng video mo kagabi. This is something different. And
Yeah.
we'd like to thank you guys, for spending your time with us. I know you guys are so busy, but then you are here to help us and give advices to all of our viewers. So thank you so much.
My
You're
pleasure.
welcome.
Yeah, so with that, we want to thank you guys again for being with us this afternoon, taking time out of your day. We thought this was going to be quick. That was like a band-aid that's being pulled out. But hopefully we can have you guys again. It would be nice to hear more of your insights. Oh, we have one more segment coming up. I wish. I have so many questions. I want to stay. Can we stay?
PM is key.
PM is key.
We'll be giving you guys time right now. You can promote, invite people to your businesses, follow them, follow you on your social media platforms. Let's go ahead and start with RJ.
Yeah, no. So yeah, we are still currently doing takeout under Lazy Oof. So it's at Lazy Oof at Metronome. Oof is OEUF, so it's LAZYOEUF at Metronome.
By Metronome.
By Metronome. So people can visit that account to see the current menu, which is constantly changing. We also recently reopened Metronome for dine-in, for dinner initially, but by Monday, is that Monday? Correct?
Mhm.
By Monday, we'll also be serving lunch with a special bistro menu, which includes some of our dinner menu items and some Lazy Off items and some new items specifically for lunch.
Wow. Thank you.
Albert, you also have other brands as well. Please feel free to.
Yeah, so I'd like everyone to invite everyone to watch Pinoy Got Talent. I'm going to be joining next year. I have so many new talents because of this pandemic. Yeah, but I have a number of other restaurants: Albert's Diner, Albert's Steak Room, and Albert's Pizzeria, which are open right now. And yeah, anything Albert's, please come support, especially Metronome, because my partners are in front of me. I have to promote it in front of them. Okay.
Nico, any last words, especially to the ones who miss you and RJ?
I can't wait to go back. Maybe for a few days and eat the food. I miss the lechon. I miss the bunta. But yeah, I mean, just hang in there.
Nika
We're
and I were
hanging in
actually,
here.
Nika
Yeah,
and I
we
were
were
actually
supposed
planning
to.
a trip to Butuan
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, we were supposed to
Do
go
research,
for.
research ko no.
Yeah, we were supposed to do fiesta and then eat. You
I
know.
want to go.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
No,
Yeah.
because in 2018 we all went to Paris together, the three of us,
Yes.
to research.
Research.
It was really research. We
Yeah,
learned
but
so much.
it was.
So let's
Yeah.
do the same thing in Butuan.
Yeah,
I'd love
yeah.
to go.
Let's do a Mindanao thing. Yeah, sure, of course.
For
I
sure,
mean,
Shaila will accommodate all of you guys. So Shaila is wide open hands and welcoming you in Butuan. She will give you a
okay,
tour, drive you around Davao. I will be your tourist guide. We'll give you
okay,
Davao. So thank you so
okay.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.
My
Us,
pleasure.
and we hope to work with you soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, and of course,
Bye. Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers,
Ako
cheers,
joining. Water lang ako meron. So thank you so much. So our guests are ready. So we'll be back. I and Shal will be back right after this few reminders.